Despite a poor run of form, we did manage to survive relegation with Diagoras at the end of Season 1, but now, with all but 4 of our first team squad out of contract soon, we face a massive summer rebuild as we try to get ready for Season 2 of Rhodes to Glory. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel and welcome to part 4 of Rhodes to Glory with Diagoras. We have reached the end of Season 1 in the Greek Super League 2, and we had a bit of a bad run of form towards the end of the season. We lost 6 of our last 10 games, but the 3 wins and the 1 draw we did get was enough to see us survive and avoid the drop. As you can see from the table, it was a little bit tighter than we would have hoped. We finished on 36 points after 28 games. We won 10, drew 6, lost 12. Rhodes were the last team to be relegated with 31 points, and Tiki finished on 31 points as well, but survived on a better goal difference. So we were only 5 points out of the relegation zone. If we are going to try and turn our fortunes around and push to try and finish nearer the top, we're going to have to bring in some much better quality players. Only problem is money's tight. But we do have the entire squad who are considering their options at the end of their contracts. We have 4 players who will remain with us because they're in contract until the end of next season, although they do cost quite a bit of money, so I might consider selling them. But for now, they're at the club, and they are Giannis Bintzes, our number 1 goalkeeper for the season, the 23-year-old, 3.5-star current ability, the player who's supposed to have 4.5-star potential ability. It says he's currently a decent Super League 2 player, but in my opinion, he weren't very good, and I wasn't very confident every time an opposition team had a shot on goal or the ball come into the box or whatever. I wasn't confident having him in goal. He is on £1,000 a week as well, so that's a massive chunk of money that we could spend on other players. So I'm going to consider selling Bintzes. I will see how it goes. Juan Manuel Arias, his contract doesn't run out until the end of next season. He has been very good. He scored 2 goals, 6 assists from 27 appearances at a 6.83 in the league. 23 years old. He is going to get better. He's only recently signed that year's extension to his contract for £500 a week when he was on about 180 before, something like that. He will play for me next season unless someone comes in with a decent offer that I can't refuse kind of thing. He will be there and he will be my main centre midfielder next season. Victor Lukic, who started the season as my key player but only ended with a 6.66 average rating in the league. Scored 2 goals with 6 assists from 24 league appearances. And he wasn't as good as I thought he was going to be. So if a decent offer comes in for Lukic, I may be accepting it. He's on £500 a week. So it could go elsewhere, although in my opinion right now, Lukic will still be at the club next season. But that might change. And then the only other player whose contract doesn't run out at the end of June is Michaelis Manias. The top scorer for us this season. He scored 23 goals in 29 appearances, 25 starts, 4 sub-appearances, got 2 assists. The only player in our entire squad to have a season average of over 7. He got 7.13. He is our best striker, but he's on £2,000 a week. Now, considering our wage budget is next to nothing, £2,000 of it going on one player, no matter how good they are, you kind of have to think, that could that money be better spent elsewhere? He's 33 years old now. He's not going to get any better. Chances are all he's going to do now is decline as a player. But he scored 23 goals for us this season. He was our top scorer and the only player with an over 7 rating. So he's another one who it's going to take some decision making to decide if I continue spending that money on him or if I look to try and spend it elsewhere. As for players coming in and out, Severin Zayasono, Cameroonian 19-year-old. At the minute, he's only a 2.5-star current ability, but he's a potential 5-star ability player. He's a midfielder and a central defender. And we have agreed to sign him from Varoya. As for outgoings, we know that Diouf and Bubas are leaving on the 1st of July, and that's where I'm headed to now. I'm going to probably have a little bit of a holiday, get through the next month, and then see if I can make a few transfers, maybe pre-arrange some or whatever. I'm going to get through to July now, when the contracts will be over and done with for the players that are planning on leaving, and I'll make a plan of action on how to advance. I mean, the season doesn't start now until the 24th of September, so we've got a long way to go before the season starts, and a lot of transfer dealings to be done between now and then. It's the 1st of July, and this is what our squad looks like. We have Bintsis, Arias and Lukic, as I mentioned before, that they were staying. Severin Zayasono is a new player. Siantoulas, Parastatidis and Papionu are the only players that signed a new contract. Everybody else has left, and as you can see, that includes Michaelis Manias. Manias has left the club. He has gone to Ionicus for £15,000. We saved the £2,000 on the wages a week, but yeah, he's going to be hard to replace. Ionicus got promoted. They were champions of the Greek Super League 2 South last season, and our top scorer has left to go and join them and play in the Greek Super League 1. So you couldn't really hold him back. He's 33 years old now. He wanted to leave, so we let him go. The fans are totally up in arms about it. They're angered and annoyed and frustrated at why I would let Manias go. He was our only team leader and he was our top scorer. But needs must. We've got that £2,000 to reinvest, so we're going to try and do it. I've put a couple of offers in for players already. Nothing certain yet, but I'm going to go and invite some players on trial, see what we can get, and try and get a few more players through the door, because the squad is very thin at the moment. I did try to offer some contracts out to players like Stamankovic, but he refused. Basically, we couldn't offer him enough money. So yeah, it is what it is. We move on and we look to the future. The month of July at Diagoras has been extremely busy. We have brought in 12 new players. We now have a first team squad of 18 players. We still need to add at least another 5 or 6 before the season gets underway. But I think I've got the core of the team. And now what I need some fringe players, squad players, just to provide a little bit of backup. But let's go and have a look at who I have brought in. Starting with Georgios Karvounis. He's a centre-back. He's going to be one of the backup players. He's come in. He's only a 2-star current, 2.5-star potential. We've started with quite a poor one, really, to be fair. But we brought in, I reckon, 70 players on trial so far over the course of the month, maybe more. And I've given contracts to 12 of them. This one is an emergency backup player, basically. He's come in as that person who's going to sit on the bench and come in when called upon. Another fringe player in defence is Savas Kotoridis, 24-year-old, 2.5-star current ability, 4-star potential, and he's come in as a fringe player. Again, he will probably sit on the bench and come on when called upon. Nikos Petas, again, another fringe player, defensive midfielder who can also play at right back, right wing back, and in central midfield. He's going to be another fringe player. For some reason, it's showing, I'm going in the order that I signed them, and it's started off with all the fringe players, so hopefully we're building to the better ones. There is one of the better ones, Patrick Bahanak. He scouted a lot better, and when we first signed him, his star rating was better. He's only 2.5-star current ability here, and a 4-star potential, 25-year-old Cameroonian. He's a central defender, but can play at left back as well. He's accomplished at left back as well. He's got fantastic physical attributes and some brilliant mentals as well. And he can head a ball, and he's got good marking, and his long throws may be dangerous as well. Like I said, he scouted better. He looks a lot worse now that I'm looking at him than what he did when I first agreed to sign him. But I presume that because it's pre-season, everyone's going to be a little bit less than what they are supposed to be, I suppose. Kostas Valmas, defender, wing-back. He can play on the right-hand side or the left-hand side. He's probably going to be the main right-back for me. 3-star current, 3.5-star potential, 25-year-old, former Greek under-21 international. and he is the best player in the squad at right back so far. But again, he's looking a little bit weaker than what I wanted to. The thing was, I didn't have the money to bring in loads of 4.5, 5-star ability players. Just didn't have the money to do it. We're building a squad slowly at Diagoras, and this is the kind of player we can expect. Arthur Bote, Brazilian, 26-year-old, 3-star current, 3-star potential. It said he had a bit of potential before, but now he hasn't. He's got him down as a right winger, but he can play anywhere down the left side or the right side. He's quite quick. He's got good natural fitness, good mentals, good first touch, good dribbling. He's not going to be the greatest player in the world, but he is going to provide a little bit of quality on either side. I'm probably going to look at starting him as our left back to begin the season and then see how we go. Kostas Dumtsios. He is our new star striker. 4.5-star current ability. Good Super League 2 player. He's come in. He's on £825 a week. So he's earning more than £1,000 less than what Manyas was on. And he is a solid replacement for him. Fantastic physical attributes. Some really good mentals. Heading of 12. Technique of 10. Finishing, first touch and dribbling all of 9. So he is going to be my new star striker. Lucas Spoljaric. He is another one who's scouted better than what he actually is. It's really weird actually, because you bring players in on trial. It gives you their star rating while they're on trial with you. You sign for them and their star rating drops by at least half a star, maybe more when you sign them. It's just a bit weird, to be fair. But he's probably going to start in my midfield because he's a decent enough player. His attributes are better than his star rating, to be fair. And he looks like he's going to be a very good player. 27-year-old Serbian. And yeah, I like him. Fotis Pantazelos. He is a midfielder. He's a young prospect. He's come in. He's got 5-star potential. He's only 2-star current. So he's probably going to be another one of those that sits on the bench or plays for the under-19s. He's gone straight into the under-19s for now. I will probably bring him into the senior squad and make him available for the under-19s. Just because I think if they're in and around the senior squad, they get better quicker. They start to fulfil their potential a little bit better. He's on £190 a week. He's got some decent attributes for his age. And again, he's one that I'm looking to the future with. Giannis Dolopsakis is another right back and centre back. Can play right wing back. 2.5-star current. He's come in as a fringe player. Another one of those who's going to be back up. We have got, like I said, we've got our core. And I will show you in a moment the squad depth that we've got at the minute. Christos Gromitsaris, 4-star current ability, 4-star potential, 32-year-old, no-nonsense centre-back, central defender, can play as a wide centre-back or a ball-playing defender as well. He's 6'1", he's strong, he's got good jumping reach, he's quite quick for his age, he's got very good mentals, he's good at marking, he's good at heading, he's good at tackling, and he is our new main centre-back, as you can see. Star rating wise, he is the best defender at the club. And the last signing we've made so far is Giannis Manusakis, and he is our new backup goalkeeper. Only 2.5-star current, 3-star potential. But he is a decent enough player that you could call on him if Bintsis does get injured or suspended or anything. But Bintsis will be number 1. As you can see, 4-star current now and 4-star potential. So Bintsis, in regard of star rating, has got better since last season. And he will continue to be number 1. And hopefully he won't make as many mistakes as he did last season. A quick look at the squad planner shows that we've got Bintsis as our main goalkeeper with Manusakis as his backup. Right back Papianu is considered to be the best right back at the club. So even though I have brought in a few players who I believe could be starters there, according to my assistant manager, Thanasis Papianu, who was already at the club, is our best right back. But Valmas and Petas are on a par with him. Left back, Bahanak is considered our best one. Then we've got Valmas and Bote. At The centre-back, Gromit-Saris, Kotoridis and Zayasono are the best, with Bahanak, Karvounis and Dolopsakis there that can come in as backup. Zayasono is considered our best defensive midfielder, with Kotoridis, Spoljaric, Papiano, Petas and Pantazelos who can also play there. Juan Manuel Arias, who was already at the club and is our superstar midfielder at 4.5 star current ability. He will be a guaranteed starter as long as he's fit and playing well. And then Parastatidis, who was already at the club, and Spoljaric will be the players competing to partner Arias in the midfield. Viktor Lukic is our main attacking right winger, with Siantoulas as his backup. On the left, it's Lukic and Siantoulas as well. And then up front, we've got Kostas Dumtsios. We are looking for a backup striker, and we do need a starting attacking left midfielder. So there are still a couple of places available in our starting lineup. And like I said before, we probably do need around about 5 or 6 players to come in just to fill the void for the backup. Like for example, in the attacking positions, we've got 3 players at the minute. We need to get at least another 3 as backup. But that is what the squad looks like now on the 30th of July. I'm going to go and organise some friendlies and get ready for when the team come back from their summer holidays, which isn't actually until I think like the 20th of August or something silly like that. So I've got plenty of time to continue to make changes, and I'm going to carry on playing through, and I'll come back and give you another little update in a bit. I have my new attacking left midfielder, Panagiotis Similidis. He is 30 years old, 4.5 star current ability. He isn't going to get much better according to this, but he's an inverted winger with fantastic physical attributes, some great mentals and decent technicals, good passing, good technique, can shoot from distance, good first touch, good crossing, good dribbling. For this sort of level, 8s and 9s are quite good, to be fair. According to the star rating, he's not quite as good as Viktor Lukic, but we'll have Lukic on the right, Similidis on the left, and then we'll have Siantoulas as backup to them at the minute. Plus, I'm going to try and bring in another 1 or 2 as backup as well. Or we'll see what we've got in the under-19 squad, who I think might be ready to make the step up. But we're one step closer to having our completed squad. It is the 26th of September and we are on the eve of the new season starting. We kick off our campaign tomorrow in the Greek Cup 3rd round. And then in a few days' time, we start our league season away at Panathinaikos. Can't pronounce them, but we've got them anyway. We're away to Panel. One more signing came in through the door. It was this fella, Rayan Edriz Falatar. He's Saudi Arabian, 19 years old. He's our backup striker. He's 3-star current ability, potential of 5 stars. But he's coming on loan for the season. And he's going to be back up to Dumtsios. But talking about Dumtsios, we already have a problem with him. Kostas Dumtsios came in as my new great hope for a great striker. He came in to replace Michaelis Manias, 26-year-old Greek, £825 a week, so he was on a lot less money. And he scored 6 goals already in pre-season. Looks like he is going to be everything I want him to be, and he's just handed in a transfer request. Obviously, he's not going anywhere yet because the transfer window has slammed shut, but he may be out the door in January, depending on what happens. And his reasoning is, I promised him that I would strengthen our goalkeepers department. I would strengthen the team by bringing in a better goalkeeper, but I couldn't bring anyone in better than Bintsis for the money that I had available. So I brought a backup. We've got a 4-star current ability goalkeeper. Kostas Dumtsios is a 4-star current ability striker. So according to star rating, Bintsis is as good a goalkeeper as what Dumtsios is a striker. But because I didn't bring in anyone better, he's handed in a transfer request. He said our relationship is already broken beyond repair, blah, blah, blah. So he's going to be my starting striker to start the season, but he might be gone in January. The signings we have made haven't really made much difference to the season preview, the predictions for where we're going to finish. Before we were 50 to 1 to win the title, we're now 33 to 1. So we're fancied slightly more than what we were, but we are still considered to be strong relegation candidates. And we should be. We're not the greatest team in the world. This is a brand new squad that I've built this summer, so we don't know how it's going to go. But I'm rather optimistic. I think we've played really well in pre-season. Our friendly games, we've won them all. And we are looking like we've got some very good players on our hands. I mentioned that the transfer window had slammed shut and we just about escaped losing Victor Lukic. His value was up to 500,000. I've had to agree that I will sell him if we get an offer of 350,000 for him. AEK put in a bid. It was about 70, 80,000, something like that. So I rejected it out of hand. Lukic came to me and said that he wants to leave the club to go to AEK. He was upset that we rejected it. So I've agreed that if somebody comes in and offers 350,000 for him, I will accept it. £350,000 is a lot of money at this level, to be fair. It will clear any sort of deficit on the transfer budget, it clear any deficit on the wage budget, and it will put some money in the bank and hopefully give me something to spend. But until someone comes in and offers it, he's not going nowhere. I would rather hold on to him for this season and lose him on a free at the end of next season. I know that sounds a little bit stupid, but he is a valuable player for us. Then again, come January, if there's still interest in him and someone offers about 200,000, 250,000, depending on how he's playing, I might accept that. Lukic will miss the start of the season. He is out. He's expected to be fit in around 5 to 10 days, so probably a couple of weeks before he's match fit. He picked up an injury in the 3-0 win over Akratitos on the 31st of August. He's sprained his knee ligaments. So he's had a couple of weeks out already and he's going to miss the first couple of games of the season. But that's enough waffling on from me. I have had a very, very busy summer transfer window. We've brought in a lot of players. We've basically rebuilt the squad from scratch. But we kept the core from last season, or a couple of decent players from last season, like Lukic, Arias, Bincis. And we have brought in a whole new squad around them. And hopefully it will have a positive effect. And we will go on a decent run and at least finish mid-table. I want at least a mid-table finish this season. Preferably higher mid-table and something to push on for, because I do want to get promotion within a few seasons and I don't want to be stuck at this level forever. Right, that was an exhausting summer rebuild. That was. I think I might need a lay down. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do leave a like, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell to know when future videos are released. Comment below. Let us know where you think we're going to finish this season. Do you think we're going to do okay? Do you think we're going to get relegated, mid-table, or even push on and try and challenge for the title? I don't think it's going to happen, but we can dream, can't we? Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all again next time. Bye-bye for now.